funny because Joe's almost killed me quite a few more times.
We've almost killed each other.
Yeah,
not even talking about RCs here. No, but I've almost took my head off too with that tractor smacks.
I think Joe, literally, I think it was so close with the Armour Typhoon.
Oh,
and
that was close.
It literally, I could feel how close it was.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can they hear us?
I can hear you.
Hey, here we go. I think it's working now. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey. What's up?
That is an epic background you got going on now.
Cool.
That is so awesome.
Wait. I can't promise you, but I signed up for the service where you pay for graphics in the beginning and you get the rest of the lifetime. It's called Jump Story. But they said this was from a certain city. Can you guess which city?
We can.
It's not New Zealand. Looks like it might be Hong Kong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we wanted you to feel at home, you know. So
cool.
That is pretty awesome.
We'll do the reveal. Ready? Here we go. Here's the reveal.
That's super cool.
That's so cool how you're doing that. You must have the green screen.
Exactly. Okay.
Our background is interesting.
Yeah, this is a bit boring.
Hey, it looks good. I appreciate you guys joining.
Yep.
Well, we are just a heads up. It's set to automatically record, so I don't forget. So I always tell Augie to stop swearing ahead of time.
I never swear.
He doesn't.
Neither do we. We never swear.
About that last interview.
Well, that might be the beginning. So either way, thank you for joining. I'm gonna as a whole let Augie take this. So do you want to go ahead and take this, Augie? Don't have to jump in. You can chat a bit more if you want to, or you can start grilling them.
I'm not. It's not.
Yeah, I might let Amber take this then.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Yeah. Let's start. What is the fastest you have ever gone with an RC car?
Cool.
Well, it's pretty fast. I did just look at it. I had to have a quick look back at our videos. It was with the Armour Felony. We went 132 kilometers an hour.
132.
Which I think is 82 miles per hour.
I'm sorry, what was that in miles per hour?
82.
82. Here, let me turn up the volume just a little bit here. Let's turn this volume up a little bit. Okay, 82.
82, yeah.
That was an epic video. Is that the one that big lot that you did?
That's where we had the crash into our drone.
Yeah.
Poor drone.
Okay. How about you guys? What's the fastest you've had your an RC go?
Well, we don't have very like those fast ones. We have the fastest I've gone is 50 with a UDR.
That's pretty fast.
Good.
50 miles per hour. I'm trying to calculate that. Guessing that's around 80, 90K, something like that.
It's pretty fast, yeah.
That's pretty quick, man. That's very quick.
Okay.
Well, go ahead and tell them what's the next car you want to get.
The next car I want to get is the next one. The 100
Oh,
miles
yeah,
per hour
Texas.
car.
Yeah.
I want to double my
That's nice,
speed.
yeah.
What I liked about your car is it looks like it may go fast, but also looks like it's durable. So.
Yeah, the Felony. Oh yeah, it's like built for bashing, street bashing, whatever that is. I'm guessing you can take it off the curb and stuff like that. But we're yet to sort of take it for a true bash session. But we've had it out to the track. I don't know if you've seen our track videos. We've had it somewhat drifting, you know, with our abilities, with our little abilities. We've tried drifting around, but it's definitely a really fun car, the Armour Felony.
I don't know about you, but I'm jealous of your tracks. So we live out in the middle of nowhere, Strasburg, Colorado. But even in Denver, it's not like we have those kind of tracks. And you guys, it looks like you have a whole bunch of tracks there you can use.
Yeah, we're jealous, I think. We miss having a lot of land, like just area where there is no buildings.
Yeah, well, the thing is, these tracks, it's a mission to get out to. It takes us probably about 2 hours to get to most of these tracks.
Oh,
so it's a bit of a mission.
Oh.
And it's not like, and see, the thing is, we don't have a car here in Hong Kong, you know. And we can't just chuck our RCs and camera gear in the back of a car and go drive off. We've got to lug all this stuff with us, all our camera gear, our cars, and we need to catch a bus, a train, a taxi, sometimes a boat to get out to these locations. So it's a mission, but it's well worth it when we get out there.
I agree.
I feel sorry for you.
You do?
Yeah.
It's quite funny the looks we get, especially when we have the outcasts.
Oh yeah, when we're on the train with the outcasts and all these RCs, everyone's looking at us. Pretty funny.
Cool.
Uh,
What's next?
Itching my nose. Okay. What sparked your interest in RC cars?
Ooh.
Well, for me, it was, ever since I was a little kid, I've always been into sort of toys, whether it's RC cars or Lego or like action figures, stuff like that. I've always been into toys, and growing up, I'd stay at my grandparents every weekend, and they'd buy me like a model boat or a model plane, and I'd put that together, and that also probably went towards this hobby. So I've always been into the RC hobby, and then it was like last year Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
Abby was trying to figure out what to give me for Christmas, and I was like, let's give me an RC car. It had been a while. It had been a long time since I had an RC car. I had a few RC planes, but they ended pretty quick.
Yeah.
And a few bad crashes. I crashed one plane into the middle of this lake up by where we live. Right into the middle of the lake, and I was like, oh, I've got to go swim out and go get it. And as I went down to the water's edge to jump in and swim out to get the plane, there was a massive king cobra, a snake right there, like a meter from me. This big, massive black snake. And so I was like, yeah, no thanks, see you later, plane. And so that was the end of that. And then, so yeah, Amber got me a car for Christmas. And then that's where we sort of began our journey. And I think that's where Amber sort of...
Yeah, well, I never
began.
had any interest in it. I'm, a typical female. But then once we got into crawling, our first RC, which I got Joe for Christmas, was it last year? Last year. Yeah, we went crawling a couple of times, and that's what got my foot in the door. So ever since then, we've just been getting more and more, and I'm really enjoying the bashing now.
Well, it started with crawling. And
Yeah.
she's pretty good at crawling. Like she beats me sometimes on the challenges we set. So, yeah. How about for you?
Well, I was going before, just in fairness, because let's not forget the wonderful women in this. So we've officially made it so that a part of Car Tech is mom. We asked her yesterday.
Yeah.
What does your mom like doing?
She is up here. She is strict crawling.
She just loves crawling. Exactly.
Ooh.
And she started building. She's as an artist, starting to build indoor tracks. So for the 24 scale, the indoor tracks, 24 scale. So we don't have a kitchen table upstairs right now. But it's all right.
We just eat on the couch.
They're asking you how you got started before I so rudely interrupted them.
So a few years ago, my dad got me an RC car for Christmas, but I was not interested. Like, literally, I was a video gamer. I was a gamer.
I'm a video gamer too, man.
Can you see the piece behind us?
There you go. Look at the wide screen.
Yeah, I do a lot of gaming on there, man.
And then, like a few months ago, my dad decides to bring it out, asked if I want to come. Try it out, put the control in my hand. That hobby starts right there.
But think about it. They started, you said last Christmas, basically. Restarted last Christmas. Ours was just a few months ago. And it's addictive, you got to admit. Now,
Yeah.
you guys have done an amazing amount in basically a year. I don't know how many subscribers you have and stuff, but you are popular. And like we mentioned, Brett's like, you're his favorite new channel and stuff. So people are knowing you.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I know, that's pretty epic seeing a massive channel like Brett's.
Yeah.
Yeah, mention our little, in the grand scheme of things, our channel is pretty tiny.
Yeah.
We feel like it's big, but when we look out there at the other RC channels, it is still very, very small. But we hope that one day we grow to a bigger size.
Yeah.
Well, what I would say is this, I'm going to let him get back to the thing, is that in the end, and I would say this with some other channels, there's certain places where you watch a video and you will feel better afterward than you did before you started watching the videos. And you guys have that. So even if you never get that massive million followers or whatever, and I hope you do, but even if you don't get that, you improve people's lives. So big thumbs up.
But your goal for now should be Kevin Talbot.
To beat Kevin Talbot.
We do what videos.
Sure do.
So what is the most extreme you have ever abused an RC car?
That would be Traxxas Max, I
Has to
think.
be the Max,
We've
I
given that a
think.
pretty good beating.
Yeah, we've taken the Max a lot, whether it's the skate park or I think it was like our second
MX
or
Club, I
third
think.
video we took to skate park. MX Club. We did do a video. It was for me, it was like my favorite video at the time, and it even still is probably my favorite or one of my favorite videos. We took the Traxxas Max to MX Club. I can't remember what it's titled. I think it might be titled Traxxas Max Bash or Durability Test or something. It's actually, we made it, I think we had less than sort of 500 subscribers. We're quite small.
Oh.
But probably even for me, it's my favorite video. I don't know if you've seen it. It's sort of where it really sort of, the song, our intro song comes from that video as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it was there's some pretty big jumps there, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty epic.
Yeah, that was when I was too scared to bash too
Yeah, that was
hard.
before you did a back.
That's
That was
before I
you
did a flip.
Yeah.
But that's probably
That'd
when
be the
we've
biggest.
bashed.
The biggest bash session, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Oh, no, actually, we also took, the Armour Mojave. We did a big bash session with the Armour Mojave not too long ago, probably 2 or 3 months ago. And that video, you can see we did really abuse it.
Yeah.
And it survived. It's pretty
We've got some pretty durable cars. Even the Slash is quite durable.
Slash.
Yeah.
Slash is one of the most, probably one of the most durable cars out there.
Oh, yeah.
What about you guys?
I have never really bashed.
Well,
You
okay. So dad owns most of the cars. He has a Slash.
Yeah.
He has a
A
Wrestler.
Wrestler 4x4 VXL.
He's got a little track, stuff like that. And dad's still a little paranoid, but what I would say, and the Max is our most bashable one. And we did this American Heart Association thing where we got people to sponsor a foot. We did 5 cars, how many dollars per foot. And when dad was doing it, dad got max 20 feet off this 1 foot, just this 1 foot skateboard jump, because we don't have any skateboard parks nearby that are useful. And so his aunt said, tell you what, I'll give you $5 a foot for that one. But then she put in the message, tell Augie to put the pedal to the floor with, we call it Quicksilver, right?
Yeah.
So that meant he had to drive it. First jump, 56 feet. Second jump, 62
You
feet.
made some money.
Third jump, 71 feet. Nut job.
Okay, so I have bashed it.
Goes over. It survived no problem, but it's.
That's durable.
Yeah,
Those RCs are very, very durable.
My dad didn't want it rolling into the rocks, so it flies over the field, over the weeds, straight into the rocks.
Yeah. And you guys, one of the things you've got is you've got all the different camera angles and stuff. But I'm out there with a measure, and I thought I knew the last one was gonna be good, but we couldn't quite get it as well as you guys do. Although I gotta admit, my favorite scene is where Amber, you tried to decapitate Joe. That's probably my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
He's had more than one.
But it's funny because
Almost killed
Joe's
Amber
almost
too.
killed me quite a few more times.
We've almost killed each other.
Yeah,
Not even talking about RCs here. We got each other. No, but I've almost took my head off too with that Traxxas Max.
I think Joe, literally, I think it was so close with the Armour Typhoon.
Oh,
And
that was
it
close.
literally, I could feel how close
was
it
you,
was.
right?
Yeah, that was.
How is it? Because I think only the one when you tried to decapitate him, that's the only one that got in your intro. Why isn't the one where he tried to decapitate you in your intro too? At the beginning, after you almost got decapitated one time, I noticed the next video had it in the intro.
Yeah, actually, that was me almost decapitating myself.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was actually driving it, and it just drove at me. So it was actually.
Have you guys injured yourself with an RC?
No.
he's
I mean-
tried.
No,
I tried it.
I slammed the brakes when I saw it was coming at you.
Well, that's the last time, not necessarily all the other times. I'd be like, okay, Augie, get it close to the camera. And like at the last minute, he will like steer right towards me. Bless you.
Thank you.
Admit it. You would do that.
Not on purpose.
Okay, that's what he says, but I don't believe it. Now, not high speed, but I mean, these things can crawl and stuff. So his feet, sometimes you got to work with what you got. And if it's his feet, you got to crawl over them. It is what it is.
So I'd flip him over with my feet.
Exactly. Cool.
Okay. How good would you consider? Wait, I meant to get rid of that question.
Go ahead. You
Replace
can
it.
ask him. No.
Or replace it. How good would you consider yourself at RC cars?
If there was a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the best, probably about 2.
Yeah, we're awful, but we have so much fun.
Maybe a 2 or 3. But we always say that we're nowhere near pros. You know, we consider ourselves very beginner, very newbie, and just having fun.
But we have gotten a lot better. We actually watched one of our first videos the other day, and it was quite interesting to see how much we had improved.
We have gotten better, yes.
But yeah, still not pros.
Just still about having fun. How about yourself?
I'd say for my age and stuff, I'm only 13, so I'm a bit underage for the hobby. They say I should be 14. So I'd say I'm pretty good. Like, I'm able to push a wrestler 4x4 VXL up to its full speed pretty easy. I mean, the max is a little harder to control, and the UDR is just plain scary.
Yeah.
When it gets up at the high, when you get towards 50, you feel, you know.
It's big, it's coming at you at a very high speed, it's scary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Know that feeling.
No, you'd probably destroy us in a race.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't had much practice. So there's a track we go to, MHOR RC Speedway. So let's give them a big raceway, right? Raceway. Big thumbs up. Nice guy named Chad owns the place. But there may be another track around here, but it's just not all there. So we'll probably actually go out this afternoon when they have the open practice time, and he's done pretty well. And that, if you guys haven't gotten the Rustler's kind of a neat in between, you know, because it's a slash, basically guts. But it kind of reminds you of the Max. It can be beat on, but it's got a lower center of gravity, so you can go faster. Whereas I don't know if you've done this, but I've had the Max up high and then I jammed the brakes on, and it just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, you guys put the wide kit on yours, didn't you?
Yeah,
and so
it does help. It does. We've got the wide kit, and we've done quite a lot to our Max now. We've got the wide kit installed. We've got the middle drive shafts there. We've got I've changed all the oils and all the shocks and the diffs. We've also just got those new wheels. I don't know if you saw any of our recent videos, but we've had some street tires on it, and we've also got some Badlands on it. And they stripped the spur gear, so now I've got a middle spur gear in there. And I've lowered the gearing of it, so it's not going to put too much strain on the motor. So we'll have it out again soon for another bash, but yeah, it's definitely, at the moment, it's our top pick. Max is our favorite. So much fun.
yeah, I think it is the most. I think it's the most fun. I mean, I don't have an X Max, but the Max is probably our most fun car.
Yeah, I'd love to have an X Max for myself.
Over Joe.
Yeah. we keep saying we're going to get one because we try and budget like because we we've basically brought all of our RCs. Only recently, a couple of companies have sent us some free sort of cheaper RCs, but like before then, all of our RCs were brought, especially obviously the expensive ones. It does get pricey, so we try like budget maybe one bigger RC per month, one or maybe every 2 months.
Yeah.
But the X Max is always just a little bit out of reach.
That's why I remind people is you got the X Max. I think in the US right now is about $900. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and then you got to get.
You got to buy at least one battery, right? And the batteries for that one. Yeah, if you buy, we like the Z brand as a less expensive one, but you're still going to be spending another basically over $100 on batteries if you get a couple of batteries and stuff like that. So basically, it's $1,000 out of the gate.
Exactly.
Very
Like I'd get two hard case Z4S lipos.
That would be wild.
Hopefully, we'll have one. I'm hoping by next year.
He's wanting one for Christmas. He's trying to hint.
Yeah, I know it's Adam's. It's not too. I'm hoping maybe maybe early next year we'll get one. We'll see how we go.
So I have your solution, Joe. We have, my wife and I, and actually he used to do the programs too. We have a year-round internet radio station that plays Christmas music all year. It's called Countdown to Christmas Radio, and it's C2C.audio. C2C.audio. And what you want to do is you want to put that in the background really low, and then just kind of whisper every once in a while, X-Max.
You probably will.
And then someone will drive it to you.
No, psychology on Amber. I mean, you gotta.
Santa will bring it.
Well, I suppose we should get to the next.
Actually, Joe, if you give me a heads up when you're going to do it, I'll cut a thing on type and say, I'll put a little spot in there. Amber, get Joe and X-Max on the radio station. You just have to let me know ahead of time.
So, what is your favorite RC car?
Yes. I think we answered that one. It'd be the Max at the moment. But saying that, I have to admit, our favourite car changes month to month, even week to week, day to day sometimes. It does change. Like we did a top 5 list, I think like a month ago or something. But even then, it could change the next month. Because normally the next RC that you get is sort of your favourite.
Yep.
Max is probably definitely our favourite expensive RC.
Every time we come back to the Max, it's always our favourite. You always get enjoyment taking it.
The budget RC is our new favourite, which is a new one we just got, and I think it's a 124018. 9.
Oh, 9? Oh, yeah, because 8 came after.
Yeah, so that's our favourite budget RC at the moment.
Yeah.
And before that, it was the 144001.
Yeah.
This one it handles a little bit better, and we like to go to the track a lot, and it handles quite nicely at the track.
Yeah, it does.
So.
But you said it had a wider turning radius, though, right? I mean, that's the only.
It has got a bigger radius.
Yeah, we like the 144001. I tried putting a 3S in its stock. Didn't work so well.
That's where he learned. I figured we'd take the chance because if he was wrong, you could always get Dad's motor, and I can order a new one, right? So he had seen some video where this guy said he had 3S batteries in it, and he tried, and what happened?
Burnt out the ESC.
Well, it seems to be working again. It seemed to burn out, but it may have recovered, yes. A little smoke. Oops.
Yeah. That's what we had just the other day with our 124018 at the beach. It started smoking up.
Oh, really?
ESC burned.
Yeah.
So we're not sure if it was a fault at ESC or whether it was just the sand was too much for it.
Yeah.
But man, it's a desert buggy, right? It's a desert buggy. It's made for the desert. And if it can't handle the sand, then is it even a desert buggy? I don't know.
Well, in fairness, I've got the UDR, right? And it comes with a special note that says, oh, by the way, if you're going to use this in sand, do this for the tires. And I'm thinking to myself, it's a desert racer.
Yeah.
Why do I have to do anything to the tires out of the box? So
Exactly.
And it's for that. By the way, it's for that. It says to cut like some holes in the tires because otherwise it'll build up sand on the tires, which will put extra pressure on the motor and possibly mess up the system.
We haven't taken the UDR to the beach, have we?
No, we just got some pedal tires though for our UDR. So we've been so busy lately. I've got about 6 videos at the moment I'm working on the computer that I'm editing, and then we just have so much videos we keep making, but very soon, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll have the UDR with the pedal tires on it for a beach run, and we're going to see if they're worth it, because they're quite expensive tires. So we want to see how much fun it's going to be with pedal tires on.
Fair enough.
Maybe you should try to set a new world record. First person to run the UDR on top of water.
Oh, there you go.
Race it against the X-Max.
That's cool. But we don't want to do it in the reservoir, right?
Not in the reservoir, not with the snake.
Why, you wouldn't swim out and get your UDR? Is that what you're saying?
Get a
No
boat.
way.
You'll need a boat if you want to do this.
They'll just throw that in the back of the car they don't have.
Or you can take an
Exactly.
RC boat and push it back.
That's true, right? Exactly. What's next,
Where
Mike?
we live, it's like the
Resort.
whole area where we live, no one's allowed cars. So everyone's either walking around, you're allowed a golf buggy, but they're extremely expensive. So you've either got a golf buggy, you walk around, or you have an electric scooter. So I just have to live
But you're also not allowed.
You're technically not allowed, but most people sort of drive them anyway.
It's just a large RC scooter, so you're allowed RC cars, right?
Basically.
Exactly.
Okay, next question. How did you end up in Hong Kong?
Well, I'll show you. Ugh. Ooh. My legs.
Where you go?
I'll give this here.
Ah. Our house is like a model store.
Oh.
It's right here. That's how I ended up in Hong Kong. I work for Cathay Pacific, and this is the plane that I fly. This is the Airbus A350.
I didn't know you were a pilot.
I was going to say, I don't think you would fit in that, so you had to get there somehow or other. But you're a pilot, huh?
Surprise!
Yeah. At the moment, I'm a second officer on the Airbus A350. And I haven't flown a lot this year, like, almost not at all because of the pandemic. But I have a flight next month to Amsterdam, so that's going to be pretty exciting. But that was kind of the goal with our channel too. When we started at the beginning of the year, it was going to be
Travel RC channel.
Yeah, it was to separate us from the other channels. It was going to be like we're going to do a lot of RC videos just around the world because I fly a lot to Europe, to UK, to the States,
Oh,
to
state.
Australia. So eventually, hopefully, when the vaccine's out and it's the pandemic sort of goes away, then I'll be able to start traveling again and make RC videos all over the world.
Yeah.
Maybe you could find a good place in Amsterdam to drive.
That'd be kind of cool.
I don't think I'm allowed out at the moment. So when we go to these places, it's very strict. You basically have to go to your hotel room, and that's it. You're stuck in your hotel room for. Sometimes it might just be 1 or 2 days. Sometimes it might be 2 weeks, depending how long your layover is. And then you come back to Hong Kong, and then there's a long process that we have to do. We have to be tested for COVID, then we have to self-isolate. So unfortunately, I can't go out. What I can do is I can take an indoor crawler and make an
I was
indoor
going to say, yeah.
crawler video in the hotel at Amsterdam. I might do that. We'll see.
That's a good idea.
Stupid pandemic.
Yes, well, hopefully.
How'd that pandemic get in the way?
Yeah.
I know, right?
He actually recently got quarantined because one of his teachers tested positive, so then he had to stay home for
Oh,
14 days.
no.
I tested negative,
Mm-hmm.
but I still had to stay
Yeah,
home.
exactly. It doesn't matter if you then get the test. In fairness, you can test negative, and it could be too early and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
But
if you think it was bad for you, I had to stay home with you. You saw that. I had that on video. Abuse. Well, now you know.
okay, we should probably get back on topic. What is your favorite category of RC car? Is it crawler, basher, speed car, or racing car?
Then you're gonna have to. We're gonna split them, right? Because they might have different ones. So, do you want to ask Amber first or Joe first?
So Joe, what's your favorite?
My favorite. It is hard. I was thinking about this question. It's so hard because I love bashing. Like I love just going out to MX Club with the Max or the Outcast ADS, or whatever it is, and just jumping and doing backflips and stuff. But I also love going out to the track and being being competitive, racing Amber.
Losing.
So I have lost quite a lot to her lately. But you'll see, we did a mini Z race yesterday, and I may have won. You have to watch the video. I think
it's a different feeling, isn't it? So it's a very hard question.
I think I have to say bashing. I think bashing are just edges above of racing.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, but what
No,
about you?
I think I'd agree. I really love bashing. I'm so proud of myself now that I can do a backflip. With like almost breaking the car. But there is something about racing which is also very fun because I have got a win streak at the moment and I've been beating Joe quite a bit. So that's been quite a nice experience, if I'm honest. I'm not gloating or anything, but that's been cool. But no, bashing is probably my favorite category as well.
How about you guys?
Me, it's probably for now. It's gonna be speed, but we gotta get a lot of money and find a skate park.
Yeah, there's a skate park one town over. I don't want to insult the town, but it's really, really lame. And it's not, their things are small too, so you can't really do like you see in all the neat videos.
It's also always busy.
Yeah.
Unless we go early in the morning or late at night, it's going to be busy.
So,
Same.
Same, yeah, too. Those
what
time
would you
to
say,
move away.
guys? So you should say speed. You'd go with speed.
Speed.
Yeah. He has
I
a
love-
need. He has a need for speed. There's no question about it.
I want an ARMA
Yes.
infraction or an ARMA felony or an XO1.
Yeah. But by the way, congratulations, because I know you got the Mini Z with your first YouTube check, right?
Thanks.
So
It's very exciting getting
It was so exciting.
finally getting that first paycheck because
Yeah.
I don't even want to know how much money was spent.
I don't want
You know, certainly, like all our savings, we've just invested everything we have basically into our channel because it's not just the cars you got to buy, it's also the parts,
Yeah.
and that gets
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, the audio.
All the
gear.
camera gear, these GoPros, like we've got 3 GoPros, these are pricey. Microphones, and it's also trial and error. Like we've gone through quite a few different mic setups, and we try and decide what we like. So right now we've sort of got 2 different mic setups. We run these wireless mics on us sometimes, like a lav mic, and then we also have a shotgun mic, and then the lights, we've got like lights. It gets pricey.
The computer software.
The computer software. I mean, I've always had a pretty good computer because I like gaming. I do a lot of gaming anyway. But it gets pricey, so it's nice to finally get a little bit back from YouTube. Even though it's small, but it is growing, and hopefully eventually it'll grow to a point where there's like some kind of equilibrium with the income versus how much they're spending. That's what we hope. Hope maybe next year it'll happen.
Since you're a gamer, maybe you should start the Gaming Kiwis.
there you go, the gaming Kiwis.
And the funny thing is, he's using his streaming YouTube.
I did a little bit of streaming, but it's not PG.
Yeah.
We don't swear, but when it comes to gaming, it can be hard to hold back. It can be hard to hold back. my brother's actually way better. He's an absolute pro at gaming. He's
Okay.
very, very good. So I'm trying to convince him to stream, and he started streaming, but he doesn't really know how to get himself out there. So because the thing is, I think on YouTube there's about 500 hours of content posted every 1 second. So every second is 500 hours, and so if you think of that, you need to somehow, you post a video, you might only get like 10 views, and you think, well, how can I grow? And so there's so much to it, and so that's what my brother does. He doesn't care about that. He just streams and he gets like 2 views, but he's very good. So hopefully he'll grow and get bigger and bigger.
Yep. Well, our channel, our last interview, we got like 140 views,
Actually, more than that. No, I don't know. It's
and we got a few subscribers from it.
we did.
Yes.
We're up to 17, maybe a couple below what you have right now, but we're up to 17. Everything's so, and of course we're like you. We've let's say I've spent part of next year's bonus already. But if you enjoy it, right, in the end, as long as you're not going to go broke, as long as you enjoy it, if you don't break even and you dip a bit into what you're getting paid from work, it is what it is. And you too, I mean, it's clear that you've got a great relationship, so it's another great case, just like obviously we're enjoying it and getting mom addicted. It didn't look like she was going to be, but now she is.
Just crawlers, though.
But it's okay. It's all right. Crawlers are all right.
Crawlers are a little boring for me because they're slow.
Slow.
If you take it to a really cool location,
Like
that
setting
will
up
change your mind, I promise. If you incorporate water,
setting up challenges, I reckon, like having challenges and sort of having levels of challenges, that is what can be fun. So we set up little challenges in these areas because we have quite a few cool areas just beside our apartment, and we set up little challenges, and sometimes we video it and make a video out of it, and that's where it's fun.
So we live on the high plains, and that's the gotcha. We and right now with all the, I don't even know what we're allowed to do with the re-lockdown kind of stuff. So if we head to the mountains, we have a lot of good things, but there is no standing water in Strasbourg.
And also,
there are no lots of
fire.
rocks and stuff. It's rolling, so it's not. If you go for a bicycle ride, you will feel it. But yeah. So, but we still like it. We're going to build something in the back We've got decently sized backyard, so we'll build stuff like that. But who knows? We'll see what the future holds with him. He's got a speed and bashing.
Yeah.
He's happy.
I am fast.
He is fast.
Okay.
We challenge you to beat our speed record.
Do that.
Once I get next 01, I can give them to you.
I'd say sometime next year possible. We also have to find a good. That's the other thing is there's the church that we don't attend. Well, actually, we do go there now and then. We attend a different church, but the Mountain View Fellowship here has a big parking lot, and they let us use it. And they do have a good straightaway. But I've looked at the videos of say the felony, another guy doing the felony too, and I told them when you get up to those speeds, you need a lot of distance because in just a couple seconds, and so that their driveway or whatever you would call it, it can do 50. You can do 50 on there and probably get some good speed. I'm not sure we could do 100 miles an hour on there.
We went to the Disneyland car park, and as you can imagine, it's a pretty big area, but it still wasn't enough, was it?
Oh yeah, I mean, you just don't put your drone out. Don't put your drone in front of the car.
Yeah, move all valuables.
I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah.
Oh, what was that? I mean, let's be serious. You might want to skip to the last question because it's come up a couple times, huh?
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, if you think statistically, what was the chance you were gonna get right there? You didn't do anything crazy. I mean, if there was a crowd of people and you hit somebody, then I'd say, duh, right? But it took something. You want to go ahead and ask that awful question, that cruel, evil question?
Not to cause too many harsh feelings, but how did you feel when you crashed that felony into your drone?
I was mad.
It was a mixed feelings because on one side of me, obviously, I was upset because that's one thing that I said to Em because because you look at other YouTube channels, you need to think to yourself, how can I be different? How can I stand out? Why would someone want to watch us? And so I can see what you guys are doing now, which is really cool, is interviewing other YouTube channels. And I'm sure you're going to interview a lot more. And I think that's really cool and unique because I haven't seen any RC channels sort of interview other RC channels. So I think that's really cool. And for us, like part of it is obviously that travel aspect. And sort of incorporated into that travel aspect was the drone footage because when we're going to be, might be in Rome one day doing a video or San Francisco, and I want to sort of have that 10-second clip of the drone going up and showing where we are and sort of, this is where we are. So, so losing that drone was pretty sad, but then I was kind of thinking to myself, well, I kind of did want to upgrade to a better model.
I was shocked and mad. You were
I was 50-50.
sad and
a little bit excited. Like, okay, well, this means I have to upgrade. So
a blessing in disguise.
A little bit.
Not yet. Haven't been blessed with a new one yet.
We'll get a new one eventually, so we can get some cool drone shots again.
Yeah.
Were you able to ever get it to follow because one of the things that I wanted to try with it, so we do have a Mavic Air 2. Mom's too kind. She lets Dad buy too many toys. But did you ever get it? Do you know how that you can set those things to follow? Is the RC car big enough that you can actually set it to follow and it'll follow it?
Yeah, so that's right there because we had, that crashed into was the Mavic Mini. Mini. So that one doesn't even have the tracking feature.
Oh, okay.
The one I want to upgrade to is the Air 2, what you've got, the Air 2. And that does have the tracking feature. So I'm not sure if it's going to be able to track it, but we'll see if it can. But even if it can't, it's got more features than the Mini. Like it's got 4K, which is 60 FPS, which is really good as well.
It probably won't catch up to the UDR.
Well, it won't be able to stay up. It can't go that fast. But I'll tell you what, if we try it ahead of time, I'll let you guys know. That's another thing I'm very cautious. I have the insurance, you know what I mean? You can buy through DJI. But still, I've already had to use it once. Don't just watch it on, so talk about busting. Don't just watch it on the handheld. So I'm watching the video. And we have grain towers in Strasbourg. So I'd done the first set of grain towers. Then I moved the drone over to the second one and did the auto circle. But the second set is lower. So I lowered the drone, didn't think about it. I start the thing, I'm watching the video in here, and I hear this awful crash. And I'd done the circle and ran into the other grain towers. It goes crash like that. So there you go.
Mavic Mini and 144001.
No,
wasn't it?
no, it was one of our earlier videos. It was a DJI Mavic Mini versus the WDKWWAI A979B. We did a race just for a bit of fun, and they're pretty close actually in speed.
Yeah.
I'm pretty close. I can't remember which one won. It's a very old video.
Okay, we haven't seen all. We've seen a lot of your videos. I can't remember how we first ran into them, but now they pop up. We follow you on Facebook and stuff too.
And
So-
Dad subscribed.
I do. Okay, what's next?
Okay, now, stream Hong Kong category. You're Brett from Amy's favorite new channel. How do you feel?
Yeah,
It's awesome. Like,
pretty
that's a
epic.
really cool feeling.
Yeah, like I was saying before, getting recognised by a big channel like Brett's is pretty epic.
Yeah.
And he has commented on a couple of our videos as well, which was pretty awesome. Waking up, because we like waking up to our comments and we read through them. We try and comment. We pretty much comment to all of them, especially those that need commenting.
Yeah.
But now we're getting to a point where we're getting so many comments each day.
Yeah.
So we have to like set aside like an hour just to go through our comments. And we normally do that sort of after we post, we update and go through our comments and read through them. But we definitely read every single comment, whether we reply to all of them or not, but we do read them all.
But yeah, no, that's such a cool feeling. I was a little bit shocked when he even said that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Really cool.
And you could see it was genuine. It was just out of it. We had brought up a car, the WL Toys, right? And
He must,
yeah.
I think he likes our channel because he likes to watch how bad we are. And
Yeah.
he finds it entertaining. He watches us drive around the track. He probably thinks we're driving crawlers around the track or making bad crashes. It might be entertaining to watch.
Yeah, no, just awesome feeling, like getting recognized by some of the bigger guys, which is really cool.
Well, the nice thing, if folks haven't seen the video of the interview that Augie did with them, he's actually it's clear, just like you guys, just genuine, nice people. And so far, everybody we interact with in the RC field, yes, you guys, it's clear you're doing very professional editing, you put effort in, you're improving that kind of stuff. But in the end, you're still very kindly human, not just human. We're all human, can't help that, but kindly human. He was just so, when we reached out to him, he was like, I'm honored to want you guys to want to interview, that kind of stuff. And so really nice guy.
Yep.
What I mean by that is, that means my guess is he doesn't, it's the joy that you bring people that makes them want to go back to your videos, not him wanting to see if you're going to mess up your next Mavic Mini. So.
That's true.
Soda break. We also drink too much soda.
I can't get over how cool your background is. It looks so realistic as well.
That's pretty neat.
The biggest issue with this green screen thing, if you ever do, so I don't know if you own or whatever, but we bought, there's this place called Room Dividers. So we bought, how you go in the hospital, they have those things where you can have a curtain and roll in. So it's basically that. We've got that. We've got another one over where our work area, I should say. But the biggest thing with this green screen is it's relatively close, and lighting is really hard with that because of the shadows. So there's like this little light down here. We have to make sure we don't knock over it, because if the fluorescent bulb breaks, it's, I'm barefoot, right? But yeah, no, when it works, you can almost hear everybody honking, can't you?
Yeah, we were just in town yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
We don't live in the central city. We live on
an island that's it's a lot quieter and peaceful out here. But when we go into town, it is exciting. It is very busy.
It's like going to another country, really.
Yeah, sometimes.
So Manhattan.
It's bigger than Manhattan, probably. Well, the island you're on. Well, so you were saying island Manhattan. No, it's not going to be as big, but Hong Kong itself is massive.
I think
Largest
half the
city in the world.
locations we filmed at are actually on the Hong Kong-China border.
Yeah.
So we basically go to the other side of the country for some of our videos, which is quite funny to think about, eh?
Yeah, well, that's where most of the good spots are.
Yeah.
But we've made some videos in New Zealand, and we plan on doing a lot more back there when we can get back there.
Yeah, when we're not stranded.
Because New Zealand's actually quite a good spot for RC.
How does a if you take, say, like a 1/10 scale car, and you take a Hobbit, how do they compare?
A little bit.
Hobbit might be able to fit inside.
Okay. How did you two end up meeting each other?
Well, see, I was was at a bar and there was a girl just couldn't stop looking at me.
No,
Just couldn't stop.
that's not
Took
true.
your eyes off me. And I said, what's going on? And then she started stalking me.
That's not true. It's actually the other way around.
No, we met through a
A mutual friend.
yeah, and sort of went on a few dates and sort of went from there. Nothing exciting, nothing crazy.
Pretty boring story, really.
Yeah.
There you go. He confirmed it's a boring story. You guys are gonna have to make something up better than that. She was being attacked by a mob of horrible people. You broke up the mob. You saved her, carried her off. Did something like that, right?
I'm gonna use that story now.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one of you did RC cars first?
Oh,
Oh,
it was you.
Which one? Sorry, what was the question?
Which one of us did use an RC car first?
Oh, first on RC cars. Yeah, that would be me. Yeah, it was from a young age. I think my first sort of RC was, like my first hobby grade RC, or like really good RC, was a yacht. Was an RC yacht, and I remember having to save up and going to the shop, and I put it on lay-by, and I think I paid it off like $20 a fortnight or something with some paper round money. And slowly, finally paid it off. I think it was about $300 or something. And I remember the day I got it. I remember my nana took me to the shop to buy it. I think my nana took me there, and then we went back to her office, and it was just super exciting. But that was my first RC. It was a yacht, and then I think I got into some nitro truggies. I think
Trains.
I think I got some nitro truggies, and then the problem was I was just always having issues with the nitro truggies. You're always having to, getting the mixture right. I mean, I was young, so I found it confusing, getting the mixture right, whether it was too lean or too rich, and things would break, and so, and then after that I went to a slash. I think it was the 1/16 scale slash, the electric one.
Yeah.
And then, I think I actually, and then I got more into planes, and then I remember my first RC plane. It was my 13th birthday, and I remember being so excited getting it, and then I just couldn't wait to fly it. So I went outside on the street and I just took off with my friend. I just took off. This thing has like a big wingspan, like 1.5 meters or something like that. Took off, and I wasn't even meant to take off. I was meant to just sort of drive it around on the road, but I had the elevator in the wrong orientation.
Okay.
So when I pushed it, it actually took off. And so I took off, and I was like, I took off in the middle of the street with houses each side. And I think, oh my God, and it flew, and within a matter of seconds, there was a little dot in the sky in the clouds, and it was so far away, and I was panicking. I was like, well, how do I get this thing down? And then before I knew it, I lost connection, and it's just flying away. It's gone.
Oh.
And then my birthday party was literally just me and all my friends just door knocking all day. All day. And then we get to like the last house, and we knock on their door, and they're like, well, actually, yes, a plane landed in my berry bush. And he brings it out, and it's in perfect condition. Nothing wrong with it.
Wow.
So it was pretty epic. But then it was about a week or two later, and I went out to show off to my cousin and ended up in a puff of foam. Hit the ground pretty hard.
Oh, no.
But then,
Yeah. I was gonna say, maybe we could have seen it. If you didn't say it landed in their berry bush, I was gonna say maybe it's still flying and we could
It's
see
still
it.
going right. It's up in the jet stream.
whatever.
It's passing real planes.
Exactly. It's all those UFO sightings. It's your fault, man.
That plane.
Have you guys flown an RC plane before?
I have not.
We have now. We've done RC when he was younger. We did some RC. Not RC. What am I saying? Model rockets. Have you ever done any model rocketing? You just stick an engine and you fire it up. Have you done any of that?
Did
I've never.
the whole Coke bottle, pump it up with air, and then and watch it blast off. That's as far as I've gone for rockets.
SSTs. See, it's funny because we have Estes Park up, so they say different, but Estes model rockets, I mean, they won't work in the city, but you may want to try those sometimes. Basically, you generally have an engine in, it's going to have a parachute and stuff like that. So we've done that, but we haven't done anything else flying. Well, the Mavic Air 2.
Shall you go show them?
Nah, no. We need to let it's getting, what time is it there?
Nearly 11.
Nearly 11. So we should wrap up. I mean, we're fine. They're good. They haven't fallen over. They look awake. I don't know if they took no dose or anything like that, but they're looking good.
Maybe
we're
they
good.
coffee.
The lighthouse.
You want to go to the next one?
Yep. What does kiwi mean? Not the fruit.
It's not the fruit. You see, when we came up with our name, our initial name, I don't know if you watched our first couple of videos, which I recommend you never watch.
Don't watch them.
They're very bad. But
which, by the way, you know what that means as soon as we're done. Well, after church.
We've got to watch them.
If you watch our first one, it's extremely bad.
Yeah.
But I remember our first name was actually A Pilot and His Wife RC Adventures. That was the name of our channel.
That's
It was just too much. Exactly. Because people would start asking us when we were out on location filming, they'll say, what's your name, the name of your channel? And I would say A Pilot and His Wife RC Adventures. And I'd be like, say that again. And then I realized it needs to be shorter and snappier.
Yeah.
And so...
But what does Kiwi mean?
Yeah, well, and then we came up with, like, we couldn't say the RC Kahus, that's our last name, Kahu, because then it would be identical to the RC Sailors, you know, and people already like, oh, you guys are just trying to copy them. Some people would comment that, which we're not trying to copy them at all. And we think they're great, they're a cool channel, but I think we do things differently to them. But if we had our name as RC Kahu, it would be very similar to them, right?
Yeah.
So I went, well, why don't we go the RC Kiwis? And a Kiwi is what you call a New Zealander. So from New Zealand, and what you would call a New Zealander is you call them a Kiwi. And a Kiwi, because the Kiwi is a native bird in New Zealand. It's just a native bird to New Zealand. So if you look up Kiwi bird, you'll see the Kiwi, and it's native to New Zealand. And so that's what we are. That's the Kiwis.
Yeah, I thought that Kiwis were New Zealand folk and fruit.
The kiwi fruit?
I don't think they're New Zealand-based fruit, but they're a good fruit.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but yeah. No, we went with the RC Kiwis just because, Kiwi is a New Zealander.
It's like symbolic.
It sounds better than the RC New Zealanders.
Yeah.
Or the RC Australians.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're definitely
in the case.
The RC Aussies. That's
I don't know. By the way, hey, wait, I'll ask this. Is it insulting to mistake you for an Aussie? Is that insulting? You guys like get worked up?
When it comes to rugby, absolutely.
Now, quite a lot of people do think we're Aussies. They're like saying, "Oh, these guys are Aussie X's or something." And so, well, we don't sound like Aussies. I don't think we do anyway.
No, I don't think we do.
Well, I worked on the Olympics, 2 Olympics, Atlanta's and Sydney's, and I was in Sydney one time, and I remember this waitress at a restaurant, and she said, "Well, we'll go ahead and test this." She says, "If you want to know if they're Australian or New Zealand, ask them to say fish and chips." So go ahead and say fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember that. That's what she said. Supposedly Australians and Kiwis, Aussies and Kiwis say fish and chips differently.
We say it differently. You see, I know when we're getting a lot of Australian views, because if I wear my All Black T-shirt that has All Blacks on it, I get a lot of dislikes. And so I know that all the dislikes are Aussies. So I normally go, I better not wear this. I better not wear this today. I don't want to get this.
Controversy. Excuse me. Okay, what's next, big guy?
Next, is it really cool to live in China?
Yeah, I mean, depends who you ask whether this is China or not, right?
Hong Kong and China are separate, but there's a lot of controversy at the moment.
It's a little confusing. I don't know. I don't really know too much why they call it China or Hong Kong, but I mean,
it feels great, right?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I prefer living in New Zealand. Definitely prefer living in New Zealand. But I do like it in Hong Kong too. It's nice. Yeah. It's not too far away from New Zealand. It's only like 12-hour flight.
Yep, not too. But it's a really cool place to live.
It's cool. It's different. Very different to New Zealand living.
Good life experience. It's Whereas New Zealand is very, how would you put it, scenic,
It's chill.
way less people.
It's just chill. It's more chill
Not
over there.
high-rise living, and then here's the opposite. It's densely populated, high-rise living, and there's not much space.
The one thing I noticed, the big downside I think to Hong Kong over New Zealand is, in New Zealand it's a lot more laid back, and there's a lot more sort of thinking outside the box. And whereas in Hong Kong, it's sort of, there's this attitude of cannot. So if it's not written, you can do this, it just means you cannot do this. There's no sort of thinking outside the box. And we run into this problem quite a lot when filming. Like, if we try to go to a skate park to film an RC video, within a matter of minutes, there's a guy coming up saying, oh, cannot. Even if there's no one at the skate park, it's an empty skate park, there's not a single kid there, we get told cannot. And that goes with so many locations we try and film in Hong Kong. Even if I go to McDonald's and I ask for a double cheeseburger with some Big Mac sauces, cannot. It's not on the menu, cannot, you know. So that's the one thing that we don't really like.
And it's a lot more expensive living here. I think
it's more
living
expensive
is
as well.
expensive.
Very, very expensive.
Yeah.
But there are also upsides of Hong Kong. It's a lot more lively than New Zealand.
Very lively. It's kind of central if you're traveling.
That's a really good
which is
positive.
Cool.
You're right in the heart of Asia, so you know flights are super cheap anywhere around Asia. And in terms of RC, there's a lot more shops, RC shops. I don't know if you've seen our shopping. There are a lot of RC shops.
I am so envious. When you went in, you were selecting the Mini Zs. We love our local shops. And people, again, if you're watching this, buy locally. Buy a local shop. Don't order online if you can avoid it. But when we go in, the Mini Zs, the only ones you can kind of get right now are the Suzukis. They're neat. And then they have some race cars. But that's it. And you will have this wall of things that you could choose from.
Yeah,
that's
but they're all
not fair.
They're all practice. They are probably practice fanboys.
Yeah, we got
a whole street.
I'll go grab.
He's just going to grab some of our Mini Zs. But we've basically got a hobby street, which is filled with stores.
Do people drive on that street?
Oh, look at this.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is just not right. Stop it.
No fair.
Your face. So we've got a four-wheel drive drifting Mini Z. We've got this WL Toys. You can order one of these. I think they're around $50.
Yeah,
and they're quite fun.
Yeah.
This is another drifting Mini Z, four-wheel drive, and then we got these two racing ones.
Speed. Oh, just look at that.
Oh yeah, I want a Mini Z racer.
And this is Amber's one.
Yeah, because
that's
says
He likes that
it
one.
says Yves
Or
Saint Laurent.
cool.
I like.
Did it come that
but
way, or did you put that sticker on there?
It came like
To be
that.
honest, this is my favorite at the moment. I really like the four-wheel drive. They're really fun.
The other thing about RC cars is how much they can actually work well, but also look so nice. Like the coloring on that one, that's very nice.
Yeah,
They
I
look
almost.
so detailed.
The detail is incredible.
And these Mini
especially
Zs.
from your other one.
This one here,
The
the
detail on that is
detail is really
incredible.
nice.
Yeah, look at
It's
that.
even,
See how low
That
it
is
That
awesome.
is nice.
and it's even got suspension, you know, on these little tiny wheels. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This one's a rear-wheel drive.
Yeah,
I found it harder to drive.
They're
Almost-
extremely
A lot harder than it looks. I'll tell you that. You'll see that in our video, which we're working on right now.
Yeah. I almost forgot that you're not from America, so I can't use slang like sick.
Like sick, like. So
It's okay,
he
we
didn't
don't-
really mean your car was sick. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I meant it's cool.
Your car is healthy.
Close to the slang.
Yeah,
Yeah, slang.
They
American
are sick.
slang.
They're very sick.
yeah, they're awesome.
Okay, next question. Now, I really like this one because in the last one it was really hard to forget.
It was.
Which do you prefer, Traxxas or Arma?
Yeah, it's a hard question because if you know, people like to say you're a fanboy of one, or I've been told I'm a fanboy.
Of Traxxas, and we have more armor.
Yeah, I've been told I'm a fanboy of Traxxas. Some people like to say I'm a fanboy of Traxxas. Some people like to say I'm a fanboy of Armour. some people like to say that I get all these cars for free and I just make these reviews amazing, which is all false.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have favorite cars rather than a favorite brand.
Yeah.
Like we don't, But saying that, I mean, I probably we've got more armors.
We do.
We've got more armors at the moment. So what does that say? I don't know.
Which do we find more durable?
Well,
The Max,
the Max is so durable,
the Slash,
but the Slash is so. But then also the Sentin is so
Yeah.
durable too.
the Felony's durable, obviously.
Oh yeah, they're all durable.
The
So
felony's
I
fast.
say,
Yeah.
oh,
I'd say we're like 50-50 split.
yeah. I mean, we haven't got the X Max yet.
Yeah.
We need the X Max. I mean, we prefer the Mojave over the UDR.
Yeah.
We love them both, but we do prefer the Mojave over the UDR.
And we have the Outcast
Yes.
now, which is,
And we have the Outcast. We haven't taken out much yet, but hopefully we'll very soon.
yeah.
We prefer the Slash over the Sentin, I think. Well, yeah, you definitely do.
I
With the
do.
track.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
With the Slash.
Slash is better than Sentence. Sentence better than UDR.
No, Mojave.
Mojave.
This is just our opinion anyway, our
Yeah.
experience. We can't compare Outcast and X-Max, we don't have an X-Max.
Yeah.
So, and we can't compare Felony and XO1 because we don't have an XO1. We can only compare what we've driven. And so between the Slash and the Sentin, we would choose the Slash.
Yeah.
Between the UDR and the Mojave, we would pick the Mojave. Although we still love our UDR, don't get me wrong.
It's a super hard
But
question.
and we love the Typhon as well. The Typhon's
Yeah.
good fun. So it's a hard question, but it's probably more individual RC
Yeah.
other than like a brand.
So I'd say 50-50 split.
We'll go with that.
So
Yeah.
a politician's answer. Good. Well,
Oh,
any other questions before you? Because you already got the last one. Any other
Oh,
thing that come to mind?
Let me think of something. So, have you
Now-
ever chased a real car with an RC car? Guilty.
Golf buggy?
Golf buggies. yeah, we have up at our speed run. So we're not allowed cars in here, but there are some special cars that are allowed where we live and buses and stuff. And sometimes we've sort of chased after one up at our speed run location for a bit of fun.
The street out front here, you can imagine plenty of cars where we are. Street out front,
Yeah.
we stop moving when a car's coming. We don't even do it off on the side because it gets people paranoid, right? If you see something moving and you're trying to drive, but as soon as it passes,
Yeah,
you would never do that, right?
I'd go right beside it.
You go
I
right
wouldn't
beside
go in front of it though, because the driver would get paranoid.
it. Yeah, exactly. Well,
What
tell you
other
what.
guys-
What?
Who are you planning on interviewing next? You got any other?
I don't know.
Well, we've got a note out. He wasn't easy to find. Got a note out to you. See the guy who does buy it, break it, fix it.
Oh, the guy that says his channel's only for adults.
Well, he's got his thing, and I assume he says for adults only because he does nutty stuff. Like he has, I don't know if you've seen it. I mentioned the Brett too. You know the Traxxas equipped with tracks. Have you seen that? Where they have like three tracks on it. He actually puts 6S batteries in that, and it's hilarious watching that little thing go and stuff like that. So we've got him. And who do you think we should interview?
Oh, mate, you just got to go out there. You need to go out for the big ones. You go out for the Kevin Talbot. You got to go out for
Kevin,
RC Spark.
He wants to interview-
I
he
want to
definitely
interview him. That's
Go
probably
out for the Sailors. You got to go for the big boys.
Tomley RC is a cool one.
Tomley
I think.
RC is a great guy as well. Razor RC. Go for Razor RC. He chats to us from time to time. He's a real nice guy. I'm sure he'll
Yeah.
do
JT.
JTRC as well. There are so many channels, all right?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
that's why it's hard to sort of differentiate yourself from all the rest. So you got to try and stand out one way or another. And so, like I said, what you guys are doing, these interviews, I think it's really
It's
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
Something that something we can wake up to, have breakfast, and chuck an interview on the TV and have a
Yeah.
watch. And it is entertaining.
It's
So-
interesting getting to know people as well when it comes to RC.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So don't be shy. Go into the about section and find their email and send them an email.
Well, do me a favor with Razor RC. Well, I probably subscribe to him. That's the other thing is there are a million. You talked about like your brother with all those channels and material out there. When we started doing the RC stuff, we didn't realize how many channels there were. but there are like a
Oh
million.
yeah, we find new ones all the time. Like all the time, there's always like, oh, I haven't seen this guy. He's got like 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
You know, this new channel, this new channel. There are so many. So I guess you gotta, see what you like. Some people are more technical and will go down and show you the insides of a ball bearing, of the bearings, and show you the inside of a motor. And then there are some that are like us, more sort of entertaining. So we're just like newbies, beginners. So we can be relatable to guys that are sort of new in the hobby. And then there are people that like Kev as well, very entertaining, very knowledgeable.
Then there's total professionals.
And
Yeah.
there's
Like Brett from Amy.
Brett, yeah.
Yep.
Like, I
that's a
mean-
great channel for professionalism.
Kev, he's probably like break it, fix it. He does wild
He
stuff.
does.
Like he put a UDR on ATIS.
He does some pretty awesome stuff.
He's good.
You can learn a lot from him.
Yeah.
So we're going to reach out to Razor RC. So if you know how to, foam the runway for us, see, little pilot lingo there, right? Foam the runway.
Yeah, well, I'll shoot him an email.
But we'll reach out to him. We also want to do, I was chatting with a friend at work, and we also, she has a daughter who's just starting to do RC, and I said, like, well, when she feels comfortable, we'll interview her, because that's what we love about it, is you don't have to be. You've been doing it since Christmas, and you are pretty good, whether you think you are or not. But you've been doing it, since Christmas. But you don't have to. You can have fun, and so our hope is, it would be nice to get the big names too. And you guys are a big name, whether or not you think you are. But it's great to get the big name too. But we want to interview, we've got 17 people and you were willing to talk to us. Why wouldn't we want to do the same? Right? Somebody's just starting up. What's their experience? What do they like, right?
You can be a tiny channel that, they're just starting off, but as long as you're bringing some value, then you guys bring a lot of value. So that's awesome.
Definitely.
I would love to interview the second biggest RC YouTuber who
Who's
has 800,000 subs and his name begins with a K.
Crazy Cat?
No.
Cool dude?
Kevin Talbot.
I know.
Send him an email, or you could try this. You could try. He has 2 channels. So he's got his Kev Talbot live channel, and quite often. And if you can jump on just as he goes online, and you manage to get a question in, he might see it and reply to you. Like I've asked him some questions when he's gone live, and he's responded to us. So
reach out to him on Facebook group as well.
Yes, Facebook group as well. See, it can be very hard to get sort of noticed or seen, but just I'll tell you one channel that might be useful. That's definitely been useful for us in terms of growing your channel. It's called Think Media. That he's nothing to do with RC. He's all about how to grow your YouTube channel, how to build your influence, how to be noticed, some methods on how to, some ways to grow organically. So Think Media is a really good channel to get some tips and tricks on how to grow your YouTube.
Well, tell you what, we need to get, we got church in about 25 minutes, so we're going to have to, luckily it's just a mile away, and Dad's the minister, so they can't start without me. So that's been great.
It has been great.
Thank you to them.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for reaching out.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for reaching out to us.
And by the way, this is for the audience. Please leave a like, subscribe, and smash the bell.
Smash that bell.
Do that with the Kiwis too. The RC Kiwis
leave
too,
a like,
right?
subscribe, smash the bell.
Yeah, definitely stay in touch with us, guys.
Yeah, we've subscribed to you, so we're going to keep watching you guys and watch you guys grow, and I'm sure you're going to grow very, very big, especially with this method of YouTube, this Instagram. It's really cool. So
you guys are wonderful. Thank you. What I'll do, I'm going to stop the recording just after this, but what I'll do is we will give you a link to it first so you can do it. So everybody, if we do interview you, we are not 60 minutes. We're not trying to catch you. So we send the questions ahead of time, and we let you look at the video first, because you know what? There might be something where you look and say, well, can you zap that part? And I mean, you only had like 12 or 13 embarrassing parts, so it shouldn't. I'm just kidding. You guys are awesome. You're awesome.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll see you later.
Well, see you.
Thanks so much, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
See you.
See you later.
See you.
Bye.